Lanez released an album resurfacing the Tory and Megan situation. Before I tell y'all why I feel like people believe Tory over Megan, I'm just gonna do a quick recap on what went down between them. If you don't care for the recap because you already know the story, you can just skip to minute 5. So on July, there were reports that Tory Lanez, not Lane, but Lanez, was arrested for possession of a weapon and that Megan's foot was injured by glass. And then later on, it was updated to shots being fired. And then I think the next day, Megan made a post on Instagram. She was shot on both feet by someone that wanted to intentionally harm her. She didn't reveal who shot her, but since there were reportedly only 3 people in the car, Tory, Megan, and her best friend, or maybe her ex-best friend because they unfollowed each other actually. And also that same night, some people from her team also spoke out about the situation. Not really spoke out, but more like hinted that it might be Tory Lanez that shot her, and one of them, actually her producer, outright tweeted threatening Tory. So, naturally a lot of people began suspecting Tory shot Megan, and they were pressuring Megan to speak out, which I don't think is fair, because if she is a victim, like, let her speak out when she's ready to, not when you want her to speak out. But anyway, she was not only pressured, but a lot of people were even accusing her of not actually being shot. So she posted her foot injury, saying that the gunshot wounds thankfully missed all important bones. And then she went live and basically confirmed that Tory Lanez did shoot her.
With nobody, I don't do nothing to nobody. But y'all motherfuckers really dragging it. Like, I tried to just be cool, stay out the way, because at the end of the day, I'm really a real bitch. Like, I'm from Houston. I'm from the motherfucking South Side. It ain't like let me go run and tell my business to the motherfucking internet. Let me go run and tell my business to the police. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never been that type of person. Like, but I'm not gonna let y'all keep playing in my face. And I'm not gonna let this nigga keep playing in my face either. So, since y'all hoes so worried about it, yes, this nigga Tory shot me. You shot me. And you got your publicists and your people going to these blogs lying and shit.
So even when she went live and she showed her the photos, there is still a lot of people that still believe she wasn't telling the truth. Meanwhile, Tory was quiet about this whole situation. So recently he put out an album for clout. Let's just say what it is. Like, you just milking the situation, because you could have spoke out a long time ago. If I was falsely being accused of something, I would not stay quiet and then put out an album. I want everybody to know I didn't shoot anybody. But I don't know, that's just me. But anyways, yeah, he put out an album that nobody asked for, and barely addressed the situation actually. I didn't personally listen to the album, but from what I gathered from the people that have heard the album, he barely addressed the situation, and he just said that he didn't do it. He didn't really go into any kind of detail. There was literally no point of this album at all. And yet so many people blindly believe that he just didn't shoot her after he said he didn't shoot her, even though there are a bunch of evidence proving that if anybody shot Megan, it's Tory Lanez that did it. Like, let's look at the evidence. He was arrested for possession. The night of the shooting, there was actually videos of Megan with her feet bleeding. Hospital documents were leaked that says that the doctors have confirmed that Megan got shot on both of her feet. Megan herself accused Tory Lanez of shooting her, and she showed pictures of her injured feet. I mean, what more do you want from her to prove that Tory Lanez is guilty? Meanwhile, y'all believing Tory Lanez when he didn't say anything for weeks, and then put out this lame album where he barely even addresses the situation. Tell me that's not hatred towards not only Megan, but black women. Y'all really only supporting Tory Lanez to spite Megan. Like, I'm not surprised at these black men, because that's what they do. They're the weakest link. Some of them are still support Bill Cosby and R. Kelly, so it's no surprise there. But when it comes to the women, the amount of women I've seen, the amount of black women I've seen support Tory, I'm completely disgusted by this. Because first of all, y'all forced Megan to speak out about the situation. She didn't even want to say it was Tory, but y'all forced her to say it was Tory, just for y'all to be like, nah, we don't believe you. Huh? But in the end, I think that Megan is gonna do great, and I don't think that whatever fake hype for Tory Lanez that these Team Tory supporters or whatever they're called is gonna last long. I think it's just hype because of course they just want to spite Megan. But I don't think it's genuine. Tory has never had a big following. He's never been like a big superstar. You know what I mean? He's always been just a parody of Drake, Bryson Tiller, Meek Mill, just a parody of a bunch of other rappers that already exist. He's never been original. His biggest albums or mixtapes have been his Chicks Tapes mixtapes, and which are basically samples and covers of other songs. He's never been original. So all this fake love, all this fake support, it's not gonna last long because it's not genuine. And not for nothing, Tory has always been problematic. In 2015, one of his exes actually accused him of being abusive, so this is not his first time being abusive towards women. He also one time pulled up on a rapper called Dax because Dax dissed him in a song. This was around the time that Tory was literally inviting people to diss him so that he can prove that he's a great rapper. And yet he decides this rapper who's not a street rapper, who has never claimed to be a street rapper or a gangster rapper, this is the one he decides to pull up on. And let's not forget the biggest lie ever.
Saying how the directors wanted him to swap out the dark-skinned girl for a light-skinned woman, but in reality he wanted the light-skinned woman there. Now the dark-skinned model named Sultry Shin, who was on the set, allegedly spilled this tea to Gossip of the City. The blog asked, hey, this Tory Lanez thing is fake news? And she said, yep, he wanted her in the video. And the blog said, so what's happened? Can you tell me what led to him making this post and why he lying? And
so that's all I have to say. Make sure you like this, comment, subscribe. And when I say comment, I only mean people who support Megan. If you support Tory, I don't want to hear from you. I'm so sorry about it, but you can exit stage left. So deuces.